What up, reader fam? Today I'm bringing you a bookish unboxing video. I've got 3 hefty boxes up in here. I collect boxes now. I'm getting rid of all of my books and I'm just gonna fill my bookshelves with boxes. Except not. So heavy. I'm hoping the heftiness is because they're full of books. This video contains paid promotion with Disney Book Group as well as SourceBooks. So without further ado, I need to find out what's in these boxes. I've been waiting to open up these boxes because I wanted to do it in a video and I wanted to share with you guys what's inside, and unfortunately I've already been spoiled for what's inside one of the boxes, so that kind of sucks. So let's get to opening these suckers, and I actually have just the thing to open them with. I'll be right back. A freaking dagger! Hiya! 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 I should not be trusted with this thing. It's kinda rusty, it's kinda dirty, but I got it at a garage sale for $5. What a deal! I saw it sitting on a table and I just had to have it. It was love at first sight. I don't even know how to properly use this thing, but today I'm gonna be using it to open some boxes. Which one of you do I want to open up first? This one? This one? Or this one? I wonder which one is a portal to a magical world because that's the one that I want to open. To be honest, if they've got books inside of them, then they're each portals to new worlds. So no matter what, I'm going to be transported, even if it's all just up in my head and I'm not actually physically transported, which I would much prefer. But anyways, let's go with the smallest one. I want to open this sucker. Though it is small, it's still pretty dang heavy. It's dagger time! Ayah! What if I just like stabbed it? I'd probably ruin the book, so I'm not gonna do that. It's not a very sharp dagger. Ah, finally. I'm just gonna tear off the top because I don't want to stab the books. No book stabbing is gonna take place in this video. That was a lot more complicated to open than I thought it was going to be. That dagger needs to be sharpened. I used it yesterday to open something and it worked just fine. It's probably just camera shy or something. Let's see what's inside here. First up here, I see a tote bag. Totes my goats, it's a tote. It's yellow, a super happy color. Now I'm a super happy reader. If you didn't know, this is actually how you're supposed to wear your tote bags. You wear it over your neck like a necklace. That way when you carry around your books, you've got your books closer to your heart. The tote says, it's hard to read it from up here, but it says, Summer of Magic and Mazes. Hashtag read Riordan. I think this tote is telling me how I should spend my summer. And honestly, I'm not mad at it. Also, realistically, I should focus my summer on reading Rick Riordan's books because I am behind. I've still only read the Percy Jackson series and the Magnus Chase trilogy. I am terribly behind on his books. I am forever behind on his books, and before you drag me, let me just drag myself. Listen, you better get it together or I'm gonna steal all your Rick Riordan books. No! You know, honestly, it doesn't matter because we're twins, so what's yours is mine, what's mine is yours. That's true. Next up in the box, we have here the new covers for the KANE Chronicles trilogy. First up, we have the KANE Chronicles Book 1, The Red Pyramid, Book 2, The Throne of Fire, and Book 3, The Serpent's Shadow. This is a trilogy that I've been wanting to read forever. I say this for every book ever and every book haul ever, but that's just because it's the truth. I have the original covers for this trilogy already, and they've been sitting on my bookshelves for years, staring at me, taunting me, trying to get me to read them, and for some reason, I just have been putting it off, putting it off, putting it off. I've been deflecting. Just like that. And now I have multiple copies of this trilogy to stare at me and make me feel guilty about not having read them yet. This trilogy has a focus on Egyptian mythology, which back in the day, back in 5th grade, I remember us learning about Egyptian mythology, and I remember it being my favorite thing to learn about because I just found it so interesting. I also remember that during that time of learning about Egypt, we had to make these super intricate and detailed mosaics, and mine was a giraffe, and I was dang proud of that giraffe mosaic. It took hours of cutting up tiny little pieces of construction paper and getting gallons of glue all over myself, which I know saying gallons is very dramatic. It wasn't gallons, it was just a lot of glue. Point of the story is that I loved learning about Egypt, and that's why I'm excited about this trilogy. I need those of you who have read this trilogy to convince me as to why I should pick up this trilogy and read it. I feel like those of you who have read this trilogy are in like a club of your own because not a lot of people who have read a lot of Rick Riordan's books have read this trilogy. For some reason, I feel like this trilogy is always left out, but I also know that there are some diehard fans for this trilogy. Like if you've read these books on top of all of his other books, to me, you're on a whole nother level when it comes to being a fanboy and a fangirl, and I respect you. So now I've got the new bloods and I've got the OGs. Next up in the box, we've got, what could it be? What could it be? I can't reach it. I don't know why I'm holding the box way up there. Like, what am I thinking? It's the KANE Chronicles, the Brooklyn House Magician's Manual. This is a companion to the KANE Chronicles trilogy, I believe. believe. It appears to be jam-packed with like quizzes and information about the series, maybe some short stories up in here. I imagine the quizzes are gonna be like fun quizzes and not like school quizzes. Like I hope when I take them I don't have flashbacks to being in school and taking quizzes and feeling super dumb, because that doesn't sound like fun to me. Hopefully they're fun quizzes. And the last book in here is gonna require something I like to call haiku time! Time! My haikus suck. Prepare for this messiness, but also greatness. I wish that I could read what this book is about, but I'd be spoiled. I am so behind with all Uncle Rick's books. I'll catch up soon. Okay, haiku time is over. It's way too hard to talk in haiku. Imagine if we all just spoke in haiku all day, every day. Talk about a very limiting way to speak. Anyways, the last book in the box was The Trials of Apollo, Book 3, The Burning Maze. Apollo was one of my favorite characters from the Percy Jackson series, and it's been so hard to not be able to just like dive right into this series yet. But I really want to read the Heroes of Olympus series first. I've been told time and time again that if I don't read the Heroes of Olympus series before I get into this series, that this series will spoil a lot of things that happen in the Heroes of Olympus series. And I really don't want that. I don't want to be spoiled, so I gotta read that series before I can even get into this series. But anyways, I am looking forward to the day that I can start this series. It's going to be a glorious day, but first I gotta get caught up with Rick's books. It's almost laughable at this point how far behind I've gotten on all his books. Or maybe it's not laughable and maybe it's just sad. I just keep adding and adding to my Rick Riordan TBR pile. I say that like it's a bad thing. It's not a bad thing at all. I love Rick's books. Heck, drown me in Rick's books. Just dump a truckload of Rick's books all over me. I can't say that I'm opposed to that idea, but at least give me a helmet. Keep the Rick books coming. Let's move on to the next box. Should I leave the tote bib on for this or take it off? I'm gonna take it off. The next box I'm going to be opening is this one right here, which I imagine you guys can probably tell what's going to be inside of this one. I was actually spoiled for what's going to be in here because somebody posted on their Instagram the stuff that was in here, so I know what's going to be in here, but I'm still really excited for the stuff that's inside. I'm a part of this fan program for The Darkest Minds because The Darkest Minds movie is coming out this summer, which I'm so ready to see. If you haven't seen the trailer, go watch the trailer. But the reason I'm mostly excited to be a part of the fan program is because I'm going to be able to do a lot of fun Darkest Minds giveaway. They're mostly going to be hosted over on my Instagram, so go give my Instagram a follow at jessethereader. But anyways, let's open this, even though I already know what's inside. Let's see if my dagger is actually going to help me out this time, or if it's just going to be annoying. I did it! You know, I thought when I decided I was going to use this dagger to open the boxes, it was going to be a lot more epic. It's not that epic, though. That'll get me started. I can get into this box now. Thanks for your help, but also do better next time. Ooh, look at that red, that glorious fiery red. ASMR. Oh, so crinkly. I'm done being weird. I'm sorry. Okay, let's see what's inside, even though I already know what's in here. Oh, there's other stuff in here that I didn't know was in here. Yeah, what is that? Okay, first off, okay, a lot is happening here. I'm overwhelmed. First up, I see here, we've got the new editions of the Darkest Minds series. Look at how beautiful they are. I honestly feel like this is a glow up for this series. You know how sometimes when we get cover changes and it's just like, the worst. My eyeballs are pretty pleased with these new covers. We've got The Darkest Minds, Never Fade, In the Afterlight, and Through the Dark. I always kind of assume that people know what this series is all about, but if you don't know what it's about, here's a simple little explanation. We've got this virus that kills millions of children, but there are some children who survive, and those survivors actually end up with these kind of crazy abilities, these superpower abilities. And those kids are sent off to camp so that the government can keep their eyes on them and basically control them. Ruby, our main character, and some other kids end up escaping, and that's where our adventure begins. I believe a box set for this series is coming out July 31st. Holy crap, it says dark on the side. Ooh, that's cool. Anyways, a box set. I dropped the book. Oops! Forgive me for I have committed a book sin. So, if you have not read the series yet, July is your time, my friend. So this is something that I was not spoiled for, and I'm kind of shook about it. It's a freaking s'mores kit! I'm so excited about this. I've got a fire pit out back, and you can bet your bottom dollar that I'm gonna be having some s'mores here pretty soon. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little too excited about this s'mores kit. Maybe I'll have some s'mores while I reread The Darkest Minds, even though that sounds super messy. And the last thing in here, we have this little mysterious box, even though I know what's in here. Whoop-ah! It's a Darkest Minds mug! It's got the iconic quote up on here that says, Carpe the HE double hockey sticks out of this DM. I'm so excited to add this to my bookish mug collection. It's actually a really nice mug, like quality. Except I won't be drinking tea out of this. I'll be drinking some creamer with a side of coffee. Again, like I said, I'm gonna be getting some more Darkest Minds boxes throughout the summer, and you'll have a chance to win some of them, so go follow me on my Insta if you want to enter some giveaways. Okay, Dagger friend, you gotta help me out this time. Are you gonna be sharp enough? Are you gonna do your job? Also, guys, we should come up with a name for my dagger. Just like how Magnus Chase has a name for his sword, I want a name for my dagger, and maybe he'll become a regular in my unboxing videos. So if you have a name idea, put it in the comments, and the one with the most thumbs up will be chosen as the name for my dagger. Dagger, 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 dagger. Good dagger, good dagger. Yes, you're working, dagger. Good job, dagger. You're a good boy, dagger. Bubble wrap! Pop goes the bubble wrap. I see candy. I love candy. Candy is actually my weakness. So the second I stop filming this video, these are gonna be gone because I'm gonna eat them because I have the biggest sweet tooth ever. Tissue paper. More tissue paper. A box full of tissue paper is all I've ever wanted in life. Ooh, I see a beautiful book up in here. It's so pretty. Look at that cover. That's such a nice cover. This is FURYBORN, the Imperium Trilogy, Book 1 by LEGRAND. I think that's how you say her name. She lucked out with a beautiful book cover. I imagine I'm gonna be seeing this book all over Bookstagram. Heck, I might even Bookstagram it. Wait a second. What is this? Is this a confetti popper? While I tell you what this book is about, let me do some party popping all over this book in slow motion because aesthetic. Okay, so what I gather is this book is about this girl named Riel, and her friend, who just so happens to be the crown prince, gets attacked by an assassin's ambush, and Riel risks herself for his safety. But in doing so, she reveals something about herself that she'd been keeping secret, and it's going to bring a lot of danger to her. And that is the fact that she can use elemental magic, which in this world is something that she's not supposed to be able to possess. Only prophesized queens are supposed to have the elemental magic ability. I'm guessing we learn at some point in this book why she's able to possess this ability. So because of the fact that she reveals her power, she has now been taken and must endure 7 trials to test her magical abilities. And if she ends up failing these trials, then she's going to be executed. The stakes are high here. Now let's see what other goodies we've got in here. We've got a bookmark, a FURYBORN bookmark. Gotta love a good bookmark. Also, it's really hot right now, so I'm gonna fan myself down with this sucker. We've got a pin that says, ask me if I'm a sun or blood queen. Uh-oh, this is trouble. There's another confetti popper in here. Oh, the confetti popper is to reveal if you are a blood queen or a sun queen. Well, there just so happens to be an extra party popper in here, so I know what we're about to do. This is gonna end up being pretty messy. Okay, we're gonna find out if I'm a sun queen or a blood queen. I guess I would be a king, right? I'm nervous. I'm scared. This is dangerous. This is a bad idea, but I'm doing it anyways because... Come on, pop. Whoa! None of that got on camera! Did any of that get on camera? Whoa! Whoa! It's red confetti, so I'm guessing that means I'm a blood king. Hey, I'm down with this. I'd be okay with being a blood queen. They sound super awesome. They sound like they're running after their dreams, and I am definitely doing that as well. Ooh, there's a FURYBORN notebook in here. I love me some notebooks. I'll use this to take notes of the FURYBORN book. Oh, what? There's cards. What are these cards? It comes with these cool character cards. It's like Pokemon, except not. Who needs to catch Pokemon when you can catch fictional characters and battle with your fictional characters? Imagine if that was a game in real life where you just like run around and see all these fictional characters, and the way you catch them is by like opening a book instead of a Pokeball. You just open up the book and suck them up. I challenge your Kazbrecker with my Simon, even though I don't know what Simon is capable of yet. Okay, that's it for this crazy unboxing video. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. You guys should let me know down below in the comments if you have read any of the books that I mentioned in today's video, or if you are planning on reading any of the books that I mentioned. Also, don't forget to come up with a name for my dagger, who may or may not appear in more unboxing videos in the future. If you like this video, be sure to give it a big thumbs up. I post videos frequently on this channel, so if you want to see more bookish content from me, be sure to go and hit subscribe, or go and click the little bell icon and you'll be notified every time I post new videos. As always, thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you soon with a new video. Bye, chew.